Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 9th installment of Under the Influences. I am your host, John Phipps. It's been a bit since I've done one of these, but we are back now, and we are going to make some great memories and have some great conversation and talk about some damn fine music. And on this particular episode, I have the lady who is the brainchild of that right there, Cosmos Creative TV. She is the one behind all of this, and she has her own production company called Ray Productions, as well as her own music platform of sorts. And she's here for the second time. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a huge hand to the beautiful, wonderful, inimitable, and downright ray of human sunshine, Renee Yaworsky!
Ta-da!
Ah! We're here again, and we are here to cause trouble. Good trouble.
Double good trouble. We are
Just literally like double good trouble. So, Renee, how have you been?
I've been pretty great. I've been pretty awesome. And I have a peacock.
Yes. And I don't know if she is wearing that just cause or if she is rooting for all things that are good, because I don't know when y'all will see this particular episode. Well, we're live now, but the replay squad could see it 2 weeks from now. So on the day that we are taping this, it is the back half of the Elite Eight in college basketball. St. Peter's, the Peacocks, out of Jersey City, New Jersey, are in the Elite Eight. They are the first 15 seed to make it there. They're playing North Carolina tonight. Winner goes to the Final Four. And Duke has already punched its ticket to the Final Four. And if St. Peter's loses, it might get a bit...
Jonathan, we're talking about Under the Influences with Lars Nagel.
I know what I'm doing. Maybe. So, anyway, we are here. See, Ray loves me. She acts like she doesn't now, but she does.
I do.
She has a whole file full of candids of me. So we are here.
Click, click. And another one here.
The anniversary of that is coming up, and I am.
We have to do a festival.
No, we don't. We don't.
So, click festival.
So, anyway, we are here. We're doing something a bit different.
We're serious broadcasters, people. We're serious broadcasters. This is a serious network.
We may have had to lower the goal on serious, but damn it, we are serious. So
I was flipping off the host of this show in the green room earlier, so that's about where we are.
She's a sweet thing, though. Don't pay her no mind. So
don't pay me no mind. All right. I don't know what that was. I have no idea.
Oh, this is what happens when two born and bred wackadoodles come together. Wackadoodles. Yes. So we are here.
Charlie Thompson is walking through the woods and wearing his pocket right now, and he said he heard my jam from yesterday. Thank you, Charlie. And sweet Lorraine is here.
Yeah. Lorraine is here. Charlie is here. We got folks trickling in here. So
all right, here we go.
We are doing something a little bit different. Now, normally, when I do this show, when we do Under the Influences, we are talking about someone, a band or a singer, whatever, that is someone that we love, but we don't necessarily know. However, on this particular occasion, we are spotlighting someone that we both know and love. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Swedish Elvis we're talking about. Lars Nagel! We are talking about Lars Nagel, and we are talking about his album, American Honey. Now, I must preface this by saying, and Renee, you can add to this as well, in a way, Lars is responsible in a circuitous sort of way for CCTV being here.
Oh yeah.
If you think about
100%.
it, because
100%.
it was.
I do think about it.
If you don't, so for those of you who don't know, Lars is the one that turned Renee onto KMH, and this would have been when?
This would have been 2020.
Yes.
Roundabouts August.
August,
September 2020. Yeah, and the way that I say it, this is actually true. There aren't many metaphors here, a little bit, but basically I was like curled up in a little ball in the gutter, with mud and crap, and really totally out of commission. And it was Lars Nagel who sauntered by and stopped and said, "Wait, hold on, let me pull this little animal out of the gutter," and dusted me off and gave me really, he did, and because he came across some of my live shows, I was just putzing around, and he came across and he would say, "Wow, like you're really talented. You should keep up with that." And then one day he told me about the BLT show, and he invited me to play it, and I was like, "Oh, holy shit! Like, what?" Like, why would he even talk to me? Number one, there's a lot of mysteries here. Why is Lars Nagel even deigning to have a conversation with me? Which is
this is weird. Where she gets weird, ladies and gentlemen.
No, but it's true. Like think about it. Like, it's just me dinking around, and then like Lars Nagel is like, "Hey, I'll talk to her and encourage her, and then book me on a gig at BLT." And I'm like, "What's holy shit?" So then I learned all about KMH, Come On to My House, and the BLT show, which Tom Cheshire and Lars Nagel, talk a little bit about BLT, John, because you're also a lettuce.
So
you and I are co-let-I.
We are very much let-I. So now I must ask you, what do you remember the date of your first BLT?
It was end of October, I think, of 2020. At least I think so. I don't know, but it was around there.
Okay, so I befriend Renee, and I've told this story 1,000 times. I befriend Renee at random. I didn't know her. I saw that she had some mutual friends that I knew, and I thought, okay, she must be a pretty cool cat. I send her a friend request. And we get to talking just very lightly. Nothing in the way nothing about shows or anything. I'm just talking to getting to know her. And I send her I think I might have sent you a video of me playing something. And you said, "Yeah, there's this great group called Komodo My House. I want you to look it up. And I want you to try it out." And so she recommends KMH to me. I join, but I think to myself, I don't have no use for this place. I don't go live in front of people. I had never done a live stream of my music in my entire life. But you and Lars and everyone else planted the seed that I didn't know y'all was planting. And if I'm not mistaken, February 2nd of last year, I went live for the first time in KMH, and I ain't looked back since.
Yeah, and now you're a big guy, over there. Like, seriously, you're one of the main people, I feel. At KMH, you are, just like at Cosmos and everywhere else. You're like this integral part, and you go to the get-togethers. And you performed at the actual KMH festival, which was in Atlanta, face to face.
I still have the wristband. Look at this.
You haven't taken it out. Take pictures of it.
I still have the wristband. I've still got the star bar thing. It was just building up over time. And Lars and Tom, as well as Kim Ware, who's on her way to Wilmington, and Andy Gish, who's in Nashville at the present time, they gave me a chance to partake in the festival as a performer. And I found it a little bit funny that the date I performed was March 12th. Because that was basically the 2-year anniversary of COVID putting the kibosh on everything.
Yeah.
So in 2 years' time, I went from the darkest time of my life to the brightest time of my life. And it was thanks to Lars and you and everybody in our realm. And I better shut up before I start crying. So
Yeah.
we
Let's go
are
on.
here. And by the way, I can't say, well, some know it. Some know it. But I'm gonna should I let the cat out of the bag about what's gonna happen to me regarding Lars and
Oh,
Tom and
I
all?
I don't
So
know if
here's
you
the
have
thing.
permission. I don't know. You have to
No,
ask
it's
them.
not
I don't
that.
know.
It's not that.
Okay.
It's not that. It's the other thing.
Mhm.
I mentioned Tom Cheshire. I am going to be recorded. My music is being recorded by Tom and that lady right there, as well as Nagel and Tom and every damn buddy, as many people as I can get on the
High
damn
five.
thing.
High five.
Yes.
High five. High five.
It's
That's
anybody I can
awesome.
get on the damn thing. I am gonna do it, and
That is amazing.
we have more surprises coming. But I'm foreboding to say it. But y'all will see what the surprises are in time.
He's very
So
happy. He's very happy. There's a lot of cool
I
stuff going on,
am.
JP.
I
I'm proud
am.
of you. You worked really hard to get to
Thank
this
you.
point.
And you did too.
Yes.
You did
We
too.
were
And
there for
I'm
each other.
so,
Yeah.
yes. And I'm so happy that we're not at that we're both getting that we're both hitting in now, that we're finally we're finally gonna be making great progress. Why are you giving me that look? That's a bored
Nothing.
look. That's a
No,
bored
I'm
look.
not bored at all. No, I'm not bored.
Ah,
I'm just
okay.
no. So here's the thing. No, I'm not bored. Seriously.
Okay.
Yeah. No, John is integral in all of this stuff and KMH and all that. And so Lars quickly, also saw the talent in him. Tom Cheshire. That's how we were introduced to Tom.
Yes.
And so it's Lars Nagel that really starts the whole thing off, though, for in our lives, I feel like. And then that
Yeah.
actually spins when we saw what was going on KMH. Then we started looking at what SDF also was looking at, and that inspired us to then, we have like a network now.
Yeah.
And we were inspired by all of that talent. And then of course the network is rested on the talent pool of those, KMH, SDF, that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
I just want to say that like it's Lars that kind of kicks all that off.
Yeah.
And being so humble too, because that's another thing about Lars is he likes to help, like I had no confidence. I had, really
Yeah.
nothing.
Same here.
And he'll never bullshit someone too. Like that's
Mm.
another cool thing. Like he'll compliment a person very specifically
Yeah.
about what they need. And he's just a very honest person and a very authentic person. And he's so kind. So when he was complimenting me, he was very specific about, like, he analyzed my music. He told me like what its strengths were. And like he took it really seriously. And so that's somebody that I greatly respect. And he's taking my
Yes.
art seriously. And that affected my confidence, like in a way that no one else was doing that for me at that time either. And so he gave me that confidence. So in a way, when you see me and you think I look confident, a lot of it is what you're seeing is what Lars put in me.
Yeah.
That confidence is what he
Same
instilled
here.
there. Yeah, exactly.
And I
You know how
love
it
that.
feels.
And I love that it doesn't matter what kind of music or what kind of song you might tag him in. He'll take a
Right.
listen to it.
He'll
And
come.
he'll that really makes me happy because, as you know, I always tag you people in a lot of music stuff. Some of it is absolutely bonkers. And yet y'all don't mind. And I'm not used to that. I'm so used to being judged for what I listen to. Why am I getting sentimental? I better shut up.
Well,
I'm gonna wind up with my head in my arms, crying my eyes out before this is over with. But that's okay. But
well,
that's me.
yeah, I feel that too. I do. I feel like that. But the thing to remember is like artists who give back to other artists who are trying to come up, behind them, when they reach down and they help another artist up, it's like a testament to how respectable they are, how iconic they are, and how comfortable they are in their own talent. And I feel like Lars Nagel embodies that for me, which is that he's very confident of his talent. He's very proud of his career. He knows how awesome he is, and at the same time, he's not afraid to go and help other people and to teach them and to leverage them. And Tom Cheshire is exactly the same way. It's the same vibe,
Yeah, and that's like I say, we've not always had that.
Right. And I wouldn't even, I mean, most of the community, it's sort of most of the people that we see coming up and stuff, it's like at some point are connected to something Lars or Tom and this BLT show, which is now grown exponentially.
And going on the road. Don't now. And another bit of breaking news. When they come to Salisbury with CJ, I will be a part of it.
Oh my God.
Tom and I think Tom will be there, but for sure it'll be Lars and Diane. CJ will be there. I will be a part of it, though I may just be there for moral support, if nothing else. But I didn't pass out from stage fright at Waller's, and I hope I don't pass out when I play at what's the place called? Sweet Meadow. They're in Salisbury, North Carolina. So, what more can we say about Lars before we dive into this wonderful album of his?
Well, what you're going to hear in the album, if anyone doesn't know, which you should know, you should Google him, you can purchase his records, but the thing is he's a songwriter. So he's there are a lot of people who come up just doing a lot of covers. Lars isn't like that. He was kind of always doing originals more than covers. And he's one of the greatest songwriters ever. I mean, he writes real songs. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Songs that are, every one of his songs sounds kind of like a hit.
Yes.
You would just think, okay, like they're all hits. Like he doesn't have a lot of B-side stuff. It's like every song comes out killer and will get stuck in your head. The infectious melodies. Yeah.
And both of us can attest to this. Lars is the greatest show guest of all time.
Oh, and that's another thing.
I had him on this show a month or two ago. We were talking about the Eagles. We were talking about Hotel California. And I'm doing the intro as I usually do. And Lars, I can see him in the green room down there, and he's pulling faces. He's acting like he's disappearing out of the camera. He's just doing everything, trying his damnedest to break me up, and it don't take much for me to giggle when I'm in the middle of something like this. But yeah, he's a fucking fantastic guest. He goes in depth on every single song that you talk about with him. Yeah. And he'll make you laugh. He's the
I love his sense of humor.
I'll say it. He is the quintessential guest on one of these shows.
Yeah, he is, because he does it all.
Guest.
Yeah, he's so great. He's so great. Like his whole his spirit changes the spirit of any show he's on. It's just he's so fun. I love when there's a show and he's either the guest or he's playing the concert. Yeah. You just know it's going to be a good show. It's all quality. It's going to be great. Yeah.
Greatest PJs ever, too. I might add.
Oh my gosh! Yes,
he and Heidi, he and the Empress.
They are so
greatest.
Funny.
Oh my God.
They're incredible. And then there's cat cameos.
So if we say Lars's name one more time, we're going to have to start paying royalties. So anyway, we need
to say thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Lars, for all that you do.
Thank you for making all of this possible.
Yes.
And Barry. I'm just seeing who all is here. Lorraine is still here. CJ is here. Barry Gray, the pride of Burlington, North Carolina, is here. Sandy is here. Charlie's still here. Amity's here.
Oh, hey, Amity.
I thought that's what you said.
No, Charlie. I said
Ah,
Sandy.
okay.
Sandy's here. Well, hi, Amity. Whether or
Did
not
you
she's
get the
here, we love Amity. We do love her.
hashtag replay squad? So
Yeah.
this is the album that
Mhm.
Renee Yaworsky and myself are going to be talking about. American Honey by Lars Nagel. This record, and normally what I do on this, normally what I do is I'll read off some of the Wikipedia on the album that we are talking about, but I don't have that luxury this time. Though when Lars hits it big in a year's time, he'll definitely have that Wikipedia page. He'll definitely have the Wikipedia page. And Ray has that look on her face, like, why is he still talking? Anyway,
No, I'm not. I'm happy you're
why
still talking.
Here's the thing about, like, when we're doing something
Why are
like
we
that,
talking about?
I'll say just one more thing about you, then I'll shut up. So when we see, she was starting to do it right then. She gets when I'm talking like I am like this, she gets a terminal case of RBF. She gets a terminal case of RBF. Oh my
Okay,
God.
that was the funniest thing you've ever said live on
I
air.
had to be
Clip
G-rated.
Clip that. That was no, but there was another thing that you said where you shocked me on air. Do you remember? We were live on Sandy's show.
Oh,
and you got me good.
Remember what
you
I
said something. Do you remember?
I do remember
I was
what
just
I
minding
said.
my own business. I was just being
you were
a perfect,
in character.
like normal person.
You were in character as Irena. You were in character as Irena, and I said something the effect, and because I said something like, I don't know if Irena knows much about sausage, but I think her friend Renee does. Something to that effect. And oh my God.
It was like from Saturday Night Live in the beginning with Chevy Chase and Jane Curtin when he goes, "Jane, you ignorant slut." It was like that. It was hilarious. Like he basically called me a slut live on air. It was
I did not call you. Now she's just throwing me under the bus.
No, I'm saying how shocking and amazing that was as comedy. It was another thing. It was hilarious.
I said another thing.
It was so
I said another thing, but when we were doing I said another thing when we were doing
I didn't believe
No Icing, where I said
that. I
said another thing on No Icing where I said Irena is the only female to ever go on a full ride college football scholarship. Something like that.
Holy crap! That is hilarious. Oh my gosh!
And then I said something not aimed at you, but we did Powered by Women. Yeah, was it yesterday or was it Friday?
Dan Aykroyd. Someone tagged Dan Aykroyd.
Dan Aykroyd. Goddamn.
Yes. Someone tagged Chevy Chase. Somebody tagged Chevy Chase.
Oh my God. This is what happens when Renee and I do streams together. It goes off the rails every time, and I love it.
It's for the birds. Okay,
it is not for the birds. So
we're talking about Nagel. And Nagel basically is the entire reason we exist. Like, there's not even, like, everything happens only because of Lars Nagel. I'm serious,
he's the Swedish Big Bang. He's the Swedish Big Bang. How do you say Big Bang in Swedish?
That's what he is, because he comes in and he dusts all of us off and he's like, you guys are good. Let's go do that. And we're like, really? And he's like adopted us, like we're little cats, and he just takes care of us.
Yes, yeah. we are all Lemmy and Dee Dee and Elvis's little brothers and sisters. Yes.
That's what I feel. I feel that. Yeah. It's so great. It's so cool. It's so great. No, it was not. Was it? No, they said it's Dan Aykroyd. No, it was Chevy Chase.
Oh, that reminds me of that one.
It's got to be Chevy Chase. Someone fact check it.
That reminds me of that one thing. I
am innocent.
No, listen to me.
Sandy knows I'm innocent.
Damn it, Renee.
Sorry, I'm talking to the people.
So, what was that thing that you and Dennis did where it was like you were quoting a movie line and you said it one way, but Dennis knew it as the other, and Dennis wound up being right?
Oh yeah, that was the Emerson quote. The Emerson quote. It was
a Ralph Waldo Emerson thing, not a movie quote.
Do you see this? Look at this nose. Look at it.
Oh
Why
my
is it?
God,
Look at it.
Renee, you are
Why
actually
is it so
perfect.
ugly?
Renee,
No, really. Why is it
Renee,
that ugly?
Renee, Rebecca,
It's like
Renee
the, it's like the,
Yaworsky,
it's
you
like
are
the. This
perfect.
is my face. Look, this is
Oh
my
my
face.
God,
This is
Renee,
it.
you are adorable.
I just
You
saw
are
that, and I'm like, I'm gonna just publicly humiliate myself by turning to the
Renee
profile.
Yaworsky. You are
Look, when
adorable.
does it get
Your
ugly? When does
nose,
it? Like
your
how far over?
nose. Let me do this right here. Your nose is perfect. You are perfect. See, this is this is why me and her are so much alike, because we'll see when we take selfies, we do these like I'll take a shot at angle. I'm just like, why are my eyes like that? I want to
Okay.
gouge my eyes out with a salad fork
No,
and have
no. Here's what I want to say though. Wait, I'm reading the comments. Okay.
yes.
Who said I binge watch it? Somebody is saying I just binge watched the 4 years of SNL. It was Aykroyd. If it's
I don't know
Dan
who that.
Aykroyd who said that, if it's well, you're saying I don't know, but the point is I trust you. I
Ray
believe
hates
you.
being wrong. If you can't
No, it's
tell.
okay if I'm wrong. It's okay if I'm wrong. But my point is that it's a false reality because I've lived like 30 years of my life or more. I always saw it as Chevy Chase. So that's so crazy. Oh, it's Rory. Okay, so Rory, yeah, I
People
definitely trust you, Rory. I trust
people
you,
are
Rory.
telling me
But that's crazy in my mind.
people are telling me to focus, so I will heed their advice. So
Focus, John. I
yes,
love you,
so
Lorraine.
there is the album we are talking
And
about.
it opens with
American Honey.
Sesame Street.
It
Sesame
does.
Street.
Why are you leading me on my own show? I was about to get to that. See,
Jane,
this is
you
what
ignorant
happens.
slut.
This is what?
No, he doesn't know the reference. That's Saturday Night Live reference. You're not old enough. Google it. Google
Yeah,
it.
no, enough.
I'm
This
serious.
one still thinks I'm a fetus. Okay. So anyway. Okay, so as Renee spoiled, track one on
Thank you, Charlie.
American Honey.
Look, it's a Slavic nose. Yeah,
It
he's right.
is. The nose is perfect.
Is it gonna
The
keep getting bigger as I get older? Like,
oh, good God! Will you stop? Lord have mercy. You
I
are
hate it.
how?
Oh, that's so true.
No.
Okay, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
Okay,
27.
So,
all right, Sesame Street.
Track one of American Honey by Lars Nagel. A fucking fantastic song, Sesame Street.
Oh my gosh. And it's shocking. It is a shocking way to open a record because it's so melodic, it's so happy. It could almost be child friendly, really, with the melodies,
yes,
which is why, and it's about Sesame Street. So I feel like, but then the lyrics are a little shocking. And it's funny because
shocking.
see, I mean, I the thing is that I heard him talking in one of the BLT concerts about it, and somebody was asking him like how he wrote it. And I'm just paraphrasing, but basically he said there wasn't like a lot of thought that went into it. He just thought it was a cool concept or something. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like it's such a great concept though. But talk a little bit about the lyrics. And like the first time I ever heard it, I was shocked. I was like, whoa, it was so exciting.
Yeah, the lyrics. This is why I love that song, because it has sort of that foster the people type of just like, because when you hear foster the people, you think, okay, this is going to be a positive song, but then you hear the lyrics and it's just total darkness. Mm-hmm. That is what well, it's not, well, yeah, it is mostly darkness. Regarding Sesame Street. So
it's all darkness on this.
It starts innocently enough, and then all little kids go to Sesame Street to pick up some of their shit. And then
he says junk. He says junk, I think, on the record. But I don't know. He probably yeah, like, can we play part of it for copyright? Like, are we allowed to play it?
I don't. I'm sure Lars wouldn't mind, but I don't know if the copyright for. See, this is where your lawyer expertise would come in perfectly.
Yes, but
of course you could. Of course, then you'd be singing "I fought the law for the next 6 years."
Okay. Yeah, Sandy, I want your nose. See, Sandy's nose is the nose I want. This is
Welcome
when
to the
this is
nose show,
look
ladies
at
and
it.
gentlemen.
Look at it. But
Oh
why
my!
is it like that? Why is it like that?
Ray, do you want to be muted again?
No.
Then stop talking about noses.
I just
We'll
was
talk about that
like
off
during
camera.
quarantine. The reason I'm thinking about it is that like quarantine is like basically ending, so I'm having to like be in public again, and then people can see the whole face. I'm
Oh
only
my
safe.
God.
I'm relying so much. Let's not talk about this anymore. Anyways,
Okay.
I'm gonna see if we can play any of
Track.
the.
So track number 2 of American Honey by Lars Nagel is Gone Away. That's a bit of a deeper cut. Talk a little bit about it.
Yeah, that's a beautiful one, and I love the way it sounds too.
Mm.
It's very I thought it was a really cool choice to put that as a second track because it's
Yeah.
so introspective. It's really Lars Nagel-y.
Mm.
It is. And it's got this beautiful guitar work in it, and it's just a very calming, and I think to me this is like when I think of Lars Nagel and how he is. It's very much his soul, isn't it?
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
It's what you said. It's just a very interesting and very beautiful piece. And same goes for track 3, Down With You. Talk a little bit about it.
Oh yeah, gosh. I feel bad that we can't just flash some of it on the screen.
I know.
I'm wondering if we can, because that would be so that the audience, if they haven't heard it or if they have, then they could there's a way
once we hit it big and we're able to punch our ticket with all of these, we'll be able to play it. But for now, we're stuck with just talking about it. So,
well, unless we do the thing that I did on the concert the other day, which I think worked.
What did you do?
I did this thing. Let me show you. I just played it. It's just that my technology is like taking a million years. But I was going to play like a little bit of it here and then that's what Sandy's saying. Yeah, Sandy, let me okay, wait. I think I did it, guys. Okay,
someone is saying keep it to 45 to 50 seconds.
Oh, okay. Well, then let's try it then. Can you hear this?
Yeah. This is Down With You?
Yep.
She bought a one-way back to the West Coast. Southern California makes her smile. The streets of this town makes her fall most. She was just another 8-ball.
Okay, I had to keep it from the good. His voice.
The fact that this man isn't selling out Ryman Auditorium is a travesty.
But he will when that's just like the thing is like because in his career, like in a lot of careers, he has to make different choices. So it's not like I feel like probably it has to be the timing right on his end as well to have that choice because he also gets to choose how he spends his time. But like, obviously there's like, he's definitely going to go down as one of the top songwriters of his generation. Absolutely.
Yes.
Like he's definitely going to be, that's not even debatable. So I think anything he wants to do, he can do probably,
Yeah,
that's
track. Okay, so we'll go from there.
Tomorrow will
track
be fine.
4, which is one of our favorites. Tomorrow will be fine.
Yeah,
and when you hear,
whoo,
and when let me tell you this too. When you hear that song live, like we've heard it on the BLT show 1,000 times.
Right, yeah.
But when you hear it live, and Renee, you will experience this in due time as well. But when you hear the song when you hear it for real, and it's Lars with Diane on the beatbox, and it sends chills up your spine, and it puts it's almost a religious experience. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, let me play some of it.
Go for it.
Can you hear it?
Yeah. Tomorrow will be fine. I love that fucking song.
Me too.
Everyone's hanging out, we're still the same. Little bit older, but not much has changed. God for some good friends, thank God for this town. God for the clubs, we still hang around.
Yeah.
It's so good. Yeah. And I love
it's go
it's a
ahead.
driving song. Like I love the energy of the song
Yeah.
too. And I love like the earworm thing where it just gets stuck, like that hook.
And
He's so good with hooks. I
And
love
Charlie
Lars with the
Thompson
hook.
raises another great point. Lars is also a very brilliant guitar teacher.
That's
Very
right.
brilliant guitar teacher. Sandy wants to know, is Diane Marie on this album? I'm afraid she's not. I actually think this came out before those two knew each other. Because it came out in 2015, and I'm not exactly sure when those two crossed paths, though I do know that Diane will be on Lars' next album, which they are working on right now. It had just about, I think, has finished. They're aiming to release it sometime this summer. So we'll definitely talk about it. We might do I'm getting an idea right now for that one, but I'll tell you after we're done here. So,
Okay.
we hit the halfway point of the record.
Yeah, but you didn't talk about it as much as because you love that song.
I do love that song. It's just
talk about it. What does it make
it's just it's like what you said. It's just a catchy, driving. It's an anthem.
Yeah, it's an anthem.
It's an
That's
anthem.
what it is. Yeah.
Like when you hear it, there should be lighters in the air. When you hear it, there should be cheap Bics in the air. And it's a fucking fantastic song. And
yeah, there
this
you go.
This is another thing about me. That's another song of my friends that I want to cover. But at the same time, I can't gild the lily. I can't improve on perfection. I can't do it. Oh, gosh. So now I'm the one getting weird. So we are at the halfway point of the record. Better That Way.
Here we go. Let's listen a little bit.
Really ain't got too much to say. Got too much to say.
Isn't that I mean, his
love
voice. That's why it's American Honey.
I love it. And I love the fact that song just sounds bird on the wire lonely.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, you know what? This record in ways reminds me of the acoustic side of Neil Young's Ditch era, when he had what was it? Tonight's the Night, On the Beach, Homegrown, and Zuma. I see a lot of that in Lars's records. I see a lot of Nebraska by Bruce Springsteen in his records, and for the rawness and the realness. And I think that song exemplifies it to the hilt. It's just, it's achingly beautiful. The song, it's just. How do you say it? Because I'm stumbling over my words. What do you think about it?
Well, do you mean the eclectic nature of?
Take it wherever you want to take it.
Rephrase it just one more time for me.
Okay, so what do you think about the song?
Yeah, we're still on that one, right?
Yeah, we're still on Better That Way.
Right. The thing is like, so you're talking a lot about like the loneliness and a lot of the mood. You know, the mood is like what's resonating with you, which a lot of Lars's songs, I've noticed that. Like he gets you in with the lyrics, right? He hooks you with a melody, and then he creates a mood. And this American Honey, which is a great title, by the way, everyone's saying such a great title, but like American Honey really is a mood. You know what I mean? And that mood really right here, like over the hump, we're in the middle kind of the record.
Yeah.
You're getting this honey smooth, his vocals are so smooth and rich, and it's just like it's a cool way to it's like it grounds you, and I feel like it centers you as you're listening to this record, and you could just get there and daydream. Like on his BLTs, when he's playing at BLTs, how many times like our minds will just go into a daydream because he'll create this mood, particularly the hour of the day too that he goes on. He usually goes on last, and then we're like, I'm like telling them, please go along, because it's like it's like later at night, and you're just settled in after this long, amazing concert. And he just knows how to he's the closer, he knows how to just close it. Like, gosh, he's amazing. That's the mood here, though.
He and Diane are both that way.
I know. It's the same vibe, man. I know.
And let me say this. And I'm telling you this in advance for when you share a stage with Diane too. But when you play on stage with her, you get lost. Because her music is so trance-like. Her music is, oh my God, she just writes. Diane is like, she's the Cosmos equivalent of like Carole King. Yeah. And I'm not saying that, I'm not saying that for a laugh or anything. I'm serious. She is our Carole King, damn it.
Yes.
Oh my God.
100%.
See, this is another thing that happens when Ray and I are on a show like this. We'll get from point A to point B, but there'll be 26 detours along the way. So
what's next?
Track number 6, Finally Found Someone.
All right.
How long can she take this when nothing is certain? She drinks down her last chance for.
And another thing about Lars is that when you hear this music, you'll think, oh, he's from a country folk background. He's from a bluegrass background. It's there. That's not true at all. He might be, aside from Tom Cheshire, the hardest rocker that we know. He spent 20 years in these hard driving, hard rock / almost metal type bands. And then he springs this, and he springs his other one, Happy to Be Here, on us, which is largely acoustic, largely country and folk sounding. And he just throws you for a complete loop in that regard. Mm-hmm. So, and that song, again, is another one that exemplifies it. Finally Found Someone. Tell us a little bit about that one.
What I love about Lars is that, I can't write story songs. Like, I mean, like, I just can't. And Dennis is always saying, like, do a story, because he loves story songs. I love story songs. I just don't know how to do it, and I don't know why. But this is a story song, right? And Lars is so good at creating a story. I mean, there's a lot of songs too he does that not on this record. Old Photographs. But anyways, I just want to like shout out, like, a lot of them, he weaves them together. Like, you get to know a character, and you get to know a whole story behind it. And I admire that. I wish I could write like that. He's just, I don't know. What do you think?
I'm weird. I always cry at story songs. Mm-hmm. Like, I cried at I cried when I heard Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald for the first time.
Oh yeah.
I cried when I heard I cried when I heard Sarah by Fleetwood Mac for the first time. I cried when what's another great one that tells a story? Oh, Fast Car by Tracy Chapman.
Oh my gosh, a story song. Yeah, that's a great story song.
And it's just, I don't know why, but those pull at my heartstrings more than anything. Yeah. And this one does it too. Finally Found Someone does it too.
Yeah.
It's just,
but what about
I'm like you. I wish I could get to that point. Like, I can write a great story poetically.
Yeah,
But
you
when
do
it
great
comes to
poem.
song, it's just I don't have that rung on my
It's
ladder.
hard. It's
It is.
hard. Like you got to put together all these different skills and then be good at it. And
Mm,
he's good at that's the thing. And that's
yeah.
Single Red Roses next. And
Oh
that one,
yes,
holy shit.
I was just
Yeah.
about to go there.
Because we want to talk about,
If there's a song on this record that you could totally hear Hank Williams singing,
oh, hell,
it's
this
this one.
one right here. Listen to
Please,
this, guys.
please.
It's wild.
Even a dozen can help the shape we're in. The wrinkles grow deeper and lives fade away. This worried man's bottle is lighter each day.
Man, I mean, I seriously, when
It's
he plays that at BLT, like everyone's just crying, like it's crazy.
yes,
Like we're all
yes,
crying. It's usually
for
late in the evening.
sure.
It's usually like an encore type thing, or
Yeah,
and like everyone's just like,
yeah. That's oh
it's
my
so
god.
good. It's masterful. It's clearly one of the top songs ever written in America. I mean,
Yes,
it's one of those. It's just fucking
I'm
amazing.
con-
Yeah,
I'm convinced. I am
I can't
convinced
handle
that
that song. I cannot
someone.
handle it.
I here's the
Mm-mm.
thing: mere mortals don't write songs like that.
Yeah.
They just
Like
don't.
that's not normal.
I'm
It's not
con-
normal that a human being can write like this. And there's a whole record of it. And then there's a whole other record of it. I mean,
and
he
there's a third one
actually,
coming of
yeah.
it,
And there's a third. I mean, it's like, it's real.
and
It's crazy.
it's just I'm convinced that Lars was record hunting one day, and he came across a long lost like single of Hank Williams singing Single Red Rose. And he thought, I'm gonna try and copy this. Like, I'm convinced it's a forgotten Hank Williams song. It's that
Oh my
damn
God.
good. It's
That
that
is so
fucking good.
funny.
And the next one is fucking amazing too. And on another one of our favorites, Skip a Beat. Oh, I love that song. Play a little bit of it if you can.
I love your reaction to it because that's the perfect reaction to it. Yeah.
Over my shoulder. Hmm. Oh, city streets. These days I don't skip a beat.
I mean, yeah, it's like,
And
like
another,
holy shit.
and
That's like a
another,
top 40,
I
like a
know.
Billboard top 40, fucking, like amazing single. Like you know it, like
And I
real pop
and I
rock right
love
there.
and I
So
love
good.
too because this record came out in 2017, 2015. So there's been 7 years between it
Yeah.
coming out and to now. And to hear how Lars does these subtle changes when he plays the songs off of this and Happy to Be Here live, it's just so interesting to hear the little subtle lyric changes, the subtle sometimes tempo and tuning changes and all. Talk a little bit about Skip a Beat.
Well, it's just, classic. Like I'm saying, it sounds like, you just turn on the radio, that would be on there. That would be an amazing hit single. And that's what it is. Like to me, like it's got all the elements. It's got an amazing rhythm section, a great beat. It's a great rhythm,
Yeah.
energy there. And then fantastic. Again, another Lars melody, just great Lars melody instrumentation. And then his voice is so good. And then like, it's just masterful writing again. It's so good.
So
I love it.
Yes, so track 9 is another deep cut of sorts, though he has started playing this at times on VLT. There's a girl.
There's a girl in a place, in a town, and she looks so good to me.
Oh,
And she loves me.
this is that song.
Well, and I know it's okay.
Keep it going for a little bit.
I work all week to see her, and I'll see her. And she treats me right. She says $15 for a dance and I feel alright.
I cannot tell you how many times that line's got in my head.
What'd
Oh
you
my
say?
God. I have a half of a nerve to write a poem off of that line.
You
specifically.
should. You should.
Even though I don't really write CD poetry like that. I can always learn though.
You can always start. It's a new day. Okay.
She's now Renee is inspiring me. Now Renee is trying to push me to write porn novels. Anyway.
No, I am not. Like fake news. No, stop. Oh,
She wants me to write an even dirtier version of 50 Shades of Grey. That's been her intent this entire time.
Well, that's how you got the 27 kids. So...
Shut up. You keep your kids in a corral out back of your house. I don't want to hear it. You just sling Cheerios out there like you're feeding cows.
We're at the end of this.
There's a girl. Talk a little bit about that one.
Well, you were talking about it.
I was. So it's just, it's one of those songs that you just don't expect. And I know some people are wondering where Lars is. I was actually going to try and have him pop in as a surprise, but he can't do that. He and Diane and Sylvia Medrano are all doing a birthday gig for none other than Jeff Evans, whose birthday is tomorrow. Jeff Evans' birthday is tomorrow, and they are doing a special thing at the Red Light Cafe in Atlanta, Georgia, to celebrate his birthday. So that is why Lars isn't here. But I told him that we would talk about him highly and talk about his record highly. And if, like I say, if we say his name one more time, he'll have to back a Brinks truck up to his house with the royalties. So, yeah, this song, it's just, it's so, and I love the instrumentation of it. I love that it sounds almost bluegrass in nature, yet it's talking about something so seedy. I love when a song can sound one way and the subject matter just does not fit the sound of the song.
Yeah,
he does it gracefully here. He does it gracefully. Talking about paying a stripper and that he's just been dying to see, and to have this almost bluegrass instrumentation behind it. It's
so great though.
Yeah.
It's so awesome. I love it. We got to end. We're done because
we got one more track to go.
All right. So
track
we got
10,
what's the last
Cocaine Eyes. Play a little bit of that if you can.
Sure.
Love the Wild West sound.
Me too. Yeah, that's so good. American Honey.
Chorus effect for days.
When you call me, I know the answer. Knew it anyhow, it seems. Same old tired lines, tired fights, tired dreams. Still we play like
this is really, really, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's
eerie.
Rough. It's scary. It's desolate in a way.
It's like it's desert. You feel desolate, like you're in a desert. It's like emptiness there, and then it's a whole atmosphere. Like I listen to it with my headphones on at night when it's like dark, and it's like, man, this record is a fantastic record to listen to with headphones in the dark. It's so good. But that song, like, it creeps me out even at night because it's so dark, Yes,
it's
spooky.
It is. Spooky. So before we say our goodbyes here, are you available next Sunday to talk about Happy to Be Here? Because we have to continue this.
Oh, yeah, we should. I don't know about next Sunday, but we will continue it.
Come on.
I just don't, I can't commit live on air.
Someone said, so it doesn't, Sandy's asking who played flute on the track. It doesn't say who, it just says Lars Nagel on lead and backing vocals, rhythm, and lead acoustic guitars. Additional instruments and vocals provided by the Zach Recording Band, which is from Zach Recording out of Atlanta. So it doesn't really doesn't really say a name. So after a bit of a break from doing this, we did it. I had a second conversation with this wonderful and incredible and beautiful lady, Renee Yaworsky, and we talked
I was looking for
about
who she was. I said, "Who is that?"
the person. You know who I'm talking about. So we
Thank you.
talked about something. We talked about someone that we love and hold near and dear to our hearts, someone who in a way made all of this possible.
Yeah, definitely.
And the idea that I had was this. When Lars's third record comes out, we do a special version of this. That's like if it doesn't get us zapped, we'll do a sort of listening party / album breakdown with some of the folks who were on it. So Diane and Lars, of course, and Ray's giving me the look again, like,
no, I'm not.
Shut up.
No.
Oh, me. Renee, it means so much to me that you would take some time out of your busy day to come on here and talk
your busy day too. Hey, you're a television executive. You're way busier than anyone else.
See,
this guy runs around doing a million things, spinning 17 plates, and he's got one on his heel. And
I'm the one that's supposed to have
Ted Turner.
Listen to me. I'm the one that's supposed to have the delusions of grandeur about myself, but Renee has that about me. I don't know how she swung that.
It's true. It's all true. It's all true.
Renee, thank you so very much for coming on. I love you so much. You are amazing, and I cannot wait to do this again with you.
And then we got to do Nagel together. Do the
Nagel. There we go. It's like the bat signal. It's like the bat signal. And instead of a bat signal in the light, it's just like what could it be? It could be a glass of Guinness. It could be a glass of Guinness. Instead of the bat logo, it'd be a glass of Guinness. And that's how you summon the Nagelators. So
summon him.
Thank you, one and all, for coming out and showing love and support. I know we were a little bit late, but we were fashionably late, at least in Renee's case. I'm just Bigfoot, hairy, ugly late.
Can you stop? No, we don't do that. No, you're not allowed. That's like weird. Don't do that.
Okay, then you're not allowed to run your nose down.
This should have its own zip code. This has its own zip code, probably.
Oh my God.
But like, because should I get a nose job? What are they?
No,
30 grand?
Don't.
45
don't. Renee Yaworsky.
What would I do? How would I change it? Like, how
Renee,
do you
don't change anything. My hair is good. This is a thing. My hair.
I'm just doing to you what you do to me. You do the same thing.
I have literally listen to me. I have literally found gray hairs because of this lady. But I love her all the same.
We love
Thank you, one and all. Have a great rest of your day. Take care. Much love. And may God richly bless you all.